đọc
tay
trong
không?
trong
Dạ có cô.
Nó rụng xuống rồi.
Ok,
Con
thấy
đọc
lưỡi giơ
trong
tay rồi.
tiềm thức
Ok.
cái gì đó.
không đọc cất tiếng cất tiếng chim hót. Dạ rồi, đây là vòng thứ hai. Chúng ta sẽ bắt đầu vòng thứ hai với bài Krishna Inventation với cỡ chữ là 30 và tốc độ là 12. Cả nhà cùng hô với Hiền là I'm on track, I'm ready, let's go ha. I'm on track, I'm ready,
I'm on track,
let's
I'm
go.
ready, let's
I'm
go.
on track, I'm
I'm on
ready,
track, I'm
let's
ready.
go.
Go.
On track and ready.
I'm
Let's
fine,
go.
ready.
Yes.
Lesson 5,
Lesson
Meditation.
One.
Following the
Lesson
land
one,
of freshness in wisdom, freshness
Following
in
the land of
meditation is second land that
freshness
needs
Following the
wisdom
line
be
of
life
meditation is the
wisdom,
second land
among
that
to the
needs to
seven
be among the
comprehensive
seven
riches.
comprehensive
What is
riches.
freshness in
What is the
meditation?
freshness
To
in
clarify the
meditation?
knowing, believing, and understanding of
Clarify the
freshness in
knowing,
meditation.
believing,
We
and
first need to grasp the definition of meditation. A person who
we need
masters
to
the
first have the
meditation, person
meditation.
who is rich in meditation.
Master
Meditation
the
is understood as an emotional
meditation.
state of inner
Meditation
being.
is
A person who
understood
masters in that
as
meditation is someone who proactively chooses and takes the
master their
responsibility for
meditation is
those
someone who
crises
takes
within
is
inner
willing to
being in
take the
order to master external
responsibility
circumstances.
in their
A
inner
person who
being
lives in
in
meditation
order
is
to
someone who
master
has consistently
external
maintained the
circumstances.
emotion,
A person who is rich in
appreciation, and
Person who is
gratitude
rich
in
in
tolerance, nature, and
is rich
joyful,
in terms of
joyful bliss in the
appreciation and
heart,
gratitude,
appreciation and
willing to
gratitude. A person who achieves the state of peace and joy, tolerance, appreciation, and gratitude to understand the concept of peace and joy. We first need to
a
clearly
person who
distinguish the
achieves
six
the state of
reasons
peace and
that
joy,
create
tolerance,
happiness.
appreciation, and
Human happiness
gratitude.
comes from two reasons: the pleasure of peace and joy, or peace and joy. Pleasure is the emotional
The
state
reason
of the
that
inner
creates
being
happiness.
when the
Human happiness
gratification
comes from
regarding
two
wealth, beauty,
reasons: pleasures
fame, food, and
and
sleep were
enjoyment.
fully
Pleasure is the
satisfied. Something achievement of
emotional
one's
state of
heart can
inner
bring
being
happiness, but no
when the
longer that.
and
Longer
use,
can this
getting
happiness
wealth,
last a
building,
week, a
fame,
month,
food,
or a half a year, or a year.
satisfaction.
Regardless of the answer
For
of the
example, eating
happiness
a chicken or buying a car can bring happiness
from
for a
pleasure
day.
ultimately
How
not
long
last
can it
forever.
benefit?
People
What,
who
a
lose
month,
the
a year,
happiness
or a
cause
year?
the pleasure
Regardless of
continue to seeking and
need of
the satisfaction for the
when
great
it's
illusion.
ultimately not
People
last
often
forever.
chase the
When
happiness
someone
cause
loses
the
the
pleasure
happiness
for the
was
entire life.
forever,
When results
they
of
continue
illusion are
seeking the
satisfied, people are
satisfaction of their
happy. When they
pleasure
are
of
not
life.
satisfied, they are lose that
People
happiness.
often
Therefore,
chase
we need to know more
satisfaction
about the happiness that
and
comes from peace and joy.
experience the
The set of
satisfaction. People
internal
often chase
awareness with
satisfied
and
people.
disillusion related to wealth,
People need to know
beauty, fame, food, and sleep are released subsidies or capture. The state of inner awareness originating from
greed
the
and
thought
desire
of
and
breathing
hatred for
oneself,
wealth,
stand,
beauty, fame,
hearing, seeing, saying, and knowing
that
without
needs
attachment to the layer of
the
nature
state of
here of
inner
of
awareness
the person. If the
originates
set of internal awareness that knows
from
that
hearing, seeing, saying, and
one
knowing
is
without
hearing, knows what one is
the
seeing,
layer
knows
of
what one is
nature
saying, and knows what one is knowing. Person who achieves the mental
a
peace and
person in
joy
the
is a
state of
person for whom the complete
awareness that knows
complete possession of
knowing that
material objects satisfying
satisfies
create
in order
an illusion is no longer a
knowing. A person who
determining
achieves
factor
this
of happiness.
situation
Is a person who, when
enjoys the
hearing us
person
and seeing the opponents and problem, only knows that they are hearing and only knows that they are seeing. Thus, when a person can master the peace and joy meditation, if they achieve satisfaction and create an illusion regarding wealth, beauty, fame, food, and sleep, and the happiness, the virus of pleasure, however, even if they do not achieve it, they can still experience the happiness due to peace and joy. To receive the peace and joy meditation, the simplest way is to fully understand the knowledge of the human soul, to recognize the truth within oneself, and thereby initiate the nature of emptiness nullity, then peace and joy will manifest from that. Is the energy of appreciation and gratitude to tolerance. To clarify the concept of tolerance, we need to grasp the following concept. A person with the virtues of forgiveness, the honor other person's mistake is a power that they take all 10 parts into themselves, and over time, 6 to 7 parts remain. If the mistake is repeated, critique, anger, resentment wells up again. Person with the virtue of altruism. The other person's mistake is cross. They take 6 to 7 into themselves. Over time, 4 to 5 parts remain. And the person's mistake continues to recur. The person says the change is causing anger, resentment to rise. Person with the virtue of magnanimity, the other person's mistake is temperance. They take 4 to 5 parts into themselves, and over time, 1 to 2 parts remain, and sometimes the mistakes are completely gone. The person with the virtue of the tolerance, the other person's mistake, the temper, internalize the person's mistake into themselves. They have thus broadening vision of tolerance. Let's look at the definition of tolerance according to the UNESCO reference of tolerance is respecting and undesirable and different others, regarding oneself in custom, conception, religiously accepting. It is accepting that others to think that one does not approve it within a certain limit. Other guys to do with reference of informationalization. Tolerance is the internal state of being attached to anything that occurs due to the external circumstances. Energizations. Tolerance is a state where the nature of living inside, the nature of this nuisance is a materialization, understand and acceptance within a certain limit. The person has tolerance for others not being attached to their faults. That person will voluntarily strive toward goodness. If he shows tolerance for a child, he will to voluntarily strive toward goodness. If he shows tolerance for the husband or wife, will voluntarily strive toward goodness. If we can show tolerance for employee and boss, they will voluntarily strive toward goodness. If we can show tolerance for ourselves, we will voluntarily strive toward goodness. Story is told actively dreams of treasury. With the dream, we saw many people look at the donor house tightly secured by a rust padlock, and this in the rescue. Like this, she began to seek the thin pale and seemed increasingly alive, and the doctor could diagnose her inside. After hearing her answer from happening, the monk said, "It's not difficult. This is a girl put around your neck, and the next time you have the dream, remember to use it. That house. Your illness will disappear after you rescue a people inside." She and got returned home with 2 days later. She had the same dream again. This time, she approached the house and looked inside. She discovered the people in the house were those she had lived with mother-in-law who had consulted her, who has slandered her childhood friend, to push her into a filthy ditch, and a woman throwed her. Others continued to look deep and saw the 3-legged dog. She suddenly realized that it was a cowardly dog that had written in her and when she was little on her way to school in short, all of them had heard. She decided not to open the door because she thought they deserved to be locked up. Didn't use the gold key and ignore when they cried for help. Daily pass, you only have the one last one. If you miss this opportunity, the gold will no longer be able to help. Next time you have a battery, you must unlock it before lock is completely sealed by rust. She decided she would follow the longer the worse is the longer that evening she dreamed the stranger dream again. Without hesitation, she took out the and opened the door. Someone in the house rushed out immediately after the door opened. The house began to shake violently. Looked very much like the dreamer. Stepped closer for careful look. She realized that herself and no one else in the house suddenly collapsed right after that girl stepped outside. Immediately afterwards, she saw the sunlight beginnings of flat erasing the darkness. That light was incredibly glorious and woke her up. Her health gradually recovered. Her eyes became cheerful. Her hands began in healthy clothes, and she looked beautiful again. She turned to find the monk and understand what happened to her. Monk said, "In life is sorrowful. You may have who you forget those who wronged you, but in reality your soul is inside, tearing yourself within the other. And over time, those cumulative feelings of resentment cause you become, my child, look other child up is looking up yourself, looking up the path is also looking the harm. Cumulative resentment inside you feel like the dark house without light. Open the door and let the light be put into your life. Better, usually we use the mistake of others, the totals of them. It's like a drinking person and wishing the other person that if you do not show tolerance of yourself, you cannot show tolerance for others. Showing tolerance for others is the simplest way to save our own future, and we ourselves are the one who needs the most tolerance. Once you have the energy source of tolerance, harmony connection will simply activate. Appreciation and gratitude. The sages have pointed out to us that appreciation and gratitude is overrepresented in every person. This is not simple for the heart to apprehend the source of energy. This is called taken for grantedness has appeared within us. When taken for grantedness, the appreciation and gratitude is a resentment from taken for grantedness is very loud trap of the inner being. As soon as the act of others helping us is repeated over time, the intention of taken for grantedness naturally develop. Example, it is obvious that the mother is the child's mother, so she must take care of the child. It is obvious that the wife is the husband's wife, so she must cook for the husband. It is obvious that the child is the parent child, so the child must be obey the parent. Sorry, the young man has great benevolence. One day, young man moved from the new neighborhood and saw beggar nearby. Young man committed to help girl 3 times every day. He gave money. This continuous for the 3 years. The 4th year, the young man only gave the beggar 1 pence. The beggar was surprised and asked she was only given 1 pence. The young man has the pence every day. Yes, the young man said that he constantly marries last month, so he can save a bit for the child. He asked the beggar to take only 1 pence from now on. This the beggar became angry and slapped the young man too, as saying to him, as our soul, 1 pence from the taken for grantedness is what erase all appreciation and gratitude. So how can you erase this taken for grantedness? The way the highly realized individual has pointed out to us to nourish the inner sensation of being moved. The inner sensation of being moved in the internal feeling within the inner being that one has something that one does not deserve, receive any other way. It is the condition where what perceive except the nature of things regarding wealth, beauty, fame, and live. When you are eating a bowl of rice, what you see in what you see in those kinds of rice, one see that to have a bowl of rice, someone had to use some democratic rice then serve it to us. To have the rice to cook, to have the vehicle to transfer the rice, so we own the Japanese, Korean, and Chinese because they produce the rice to be grown. We also own the people of Thailand for the rice cultivation technology. The barrier burst beside. We also own the Chinese, but just if every ordinary growth of rice, we are already endowed to the favor of the million of people forever. We consider the thing we have as taken for granted. Being able to eat it is taken for granted. Drinking water is granted, and being cared for after by loved one is also taken for granted. Fortunately for us, we can completely nurture the inner sensation of mistake like this. What others do for me, what we shouldn't do. What I do for others is what we should do. Once the nurture inner sensation of move, it is very simple for us to begin to have appreciation and gratitude. Appreciation and gratitude and resentment are like that light and darkness. Once appreciation and gratitude is present, over simplify this simultaneously the energy source of appreciation and gratitude will activate as a result. Thus, we have the leader lamb of which is the invitation. A person Christian intention is someone who has appreciation and gratitude in motion, tolerance in nature, and peace and joy in the mind. A person who is strict invitation to keep their internally ruminating emotions that balance and positive directional. This activates the seed of karmic total control in the subconscious world a positive direction. Peace and joy will activate clinics awareness. Tolerance will activate karmic connection, and appreciation and gratitude will activate cosmic reserve. Indeed, it is a good example for people to have a good high.
Good life.
To have a good life.
Rồi, em ghi nhận 14 phút. Trang Dung vào
Yeah.
khi nào Trang Dung?
Em được 5 phút, em vào lúc phút thứ 9.
Rồi, cô hiện tắt xe thì xe nha. Vậy là Dung được 5 phút đúng không?
Dạ.
Em với chị Diễm Khánh là không tham gia, mọi người 14. Kim Dung 14. Mọi người dọn bài uống nước nghỉ ngơi tí nha. Dung được 5 phút.
Hôm nay nhìn Mr. Luật là cứ